I am at the gravesite where Biko's body was laid 43 years on the 25th of September 1977. This grave is in a community cemetery that in 1997, during the 20th anniversary of the commemoration of the death of Steve Biko, was renamed after Biko under the presidency of the late Nelson Mandela. The cemetery now is called the Steve Biko Garden of Remembrance. My obsession with the Garden of Remembrance, this cemetery, has been lingering in my mind for a very long time. This is how I open my novel, Touched by Biko. First words in the first chapter about the Steve Biko Garden of Remembrance. It is the silence and the tranquility that I am after. It is the unpublished books that are buried in the bosoms of important people in the cemetery that I long to read, to listen to the songs that these people composed, which none now living ever sing. The paintings painted in hearts which should have been brushed into canvas before the journey to this place are what I long to appreciate. I need answers. I need answers from my mother. She rests here. My identity is hidden here. The meaning of my life sits in this place of death. This site of ends holds my beginning in the silence of the grave and in the warmth of the tomb. It is waiting for me. Perhaps I brought this upon myself because in my earlier book, I write to Steve Biko, who writes to a dead man. This is how my letter goes. Dear Bra Steve, I write this letter remembering what I could see of your daily life while I played with my peers at Greengrass Playground near your home. It is hard to forget a big brother and a broad smile and a huge fist. And what a voice. What with that regular salutation, Amandla Mnyama, Amandla Nensente. I am taking this step to get closer to you and to get to know your inner being. And I would like you to tell me about yourself, your family, how your family came to settle here. To tell me about your father, your grandfather, your uncles, your aunts, your cousins. About your mother, her strengths and her beliefs. About your sisters and your brother and their children and your children. About your home, who slept where, your dining space, your bathing space, where you did your homework, what you used to brush your teeth, the radio and your favorite programs, and those you hated. Yes, who visited your family often? What was he served with? What happened at winter, summer, and at Christmas at your home? How often did you eat meat? Did you steal sugar too? What toys did you play with? What was your weight when you were young? What about your childhood fights? Since a name matters to me, what do your names mean? And about the influence of your parents, your first years at school, the influence of your teachers, the books you read, and where did you source them? Your community, its people, their relationships, your church, the shops, the shebins, music, making advances to women, preaching, drinking, fashion, the bullies, sex, and the influence of these on you. All these are of immense interest to me. Your expulsion from Lovedale College, your brother's detention and conviction, the girls at St. Francis College, what about all of these? When and how did you get your DOM pass, your driver's license? What happened when you got to university? When you stood for SRC elections? Your friendships? The universities and colleges that you visited? Your office at Beatrice Street? The black clergy? The black intellectuals? Your SASO? Its thoughts and directions, its fears and failures, the debates in conferences, the Goombas in the evenings, interesting stuff. I would like to know your ideas about media, about 1976, about the detention of Mam Chawe and the pressure brought on her to testify against you, about Fikile and Mawetu, who disappointed the court which was hoping to convict you. I would like to provoke your thoughts about the students that you assisted with your bursary, the clinic, and that leather factory. What about the Saso PPC trial? The clothes you packed in your bag when you were preparing to appear there. Which suit did you wear on the first day of your appearance? And the documents you carried, the attention of the press and the people. Please tell me why you pronounced on death. Were you predicting yours? I will wait your reply. I am Andile, a boy at Greengrass.